I'm laughing now. Hello, it's Leanne and Simon.
Are you sure?
On Loving Life now.
No, it's Simon and Leanne.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing to fear but fear itself.
What's
and that's our topic.
Oh, you never said that. You
well.
started saying nothing to fear but fear itself.
Okay, whatever, guys. whatever. So we're live here on Facebook. We're also live over here on TikTok.
Well, good evening. Hello. Hi, Lee.
I'm going to do some sharing while you do whatever.
Excellent. While I do whatever. Well, I'd like to welcome all of our guests this evening. Look, Gabby Viner, straight out of the gate. Hello, Gabby. Gabby from Varsity. Hello to you. So as you join us, you know what to do. Pop your details in the comments. Let us know you're here. We got underway a minute or two behind schedule.
It's all your fault.
Cheryl says hi from Sydney. G'day, Cheryl. Hello, Peggy over there in Perth. Welcome to you. Kayla, good morning from Boston. Great to have you here, Kayla. Shani from Sydney. Hello. Tara in Canberra. Welcome to you. Charlie Miller. Hello. Excellent. Thanks, Charlie. Appreciate your comment. Charlie loves what we do. Wendy says hello from the Central Coast in New South Wales. Rob Collins in Rabina. Michelle in Currumbin. Michelle and another Michelle on the Gold Coast.
Michelle and Michelle.
We've got Michelle and Michelle. So, and if you've just joined us on TikTok, hello, good evening. Hello. We're streaming live on Facebook, but we're side angling on TikTok.
We're side angling.
David Miller, hello to you from South Australia. Richard Wiseman, Hampshire in the UK. Good morning, Richard. Thanks for joining us. Stephen, hello from Aratula. Great to have you here as well. Who else we got out there? As you pop on, as you come and see us, and hello, pop your details in. We'd love to welcome you personally. Laurie Armstrong, thanks, Laurie. Good evening from Yeppoon. Hello, up there in Yeppoon in Queensland. Great to have you here, Laurie. So as you join us, make sure you've popped your details in. Always love to know where everyone's streaming in from. It's great to obviously welcome people. Bruce Partridge, g'day, Bruce.
Hey,
welcome.
Bruce.
Thanks for joining us on the Goldie this evening. Lots of people from the Gold Coast.
All right.
We've got Abba from Wangaratta in Victoria. G'day. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Abba, that's
what it looks like.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Awesome.
So hello from Wangaratta. Thanks for joining us. Sue Robson.
We're ready to
Sue's
get
on the Gold Coast
now.
as well. And we'll say hello to all the people that have joined us on TikTok. We're going live. We've got a great personal development.
We are live.
We are live. We've got a great personal development topic. We've had a busy afternoon.
We've been on and off calls and Zooms.
We've had a busy weekend. We had a photo shoot on the weekend with some of our business associates who were getting photo shoots filming done for their businesses, and that was pretty exciting.
It was very cool.
Got to catch up with a number of the guests that are on the stream tonight.
Brett, rub it in.
Brett's just streamed in from Fiji.
Brett.
Hello, Brett. Welcome to you all the way from Fiji. Yes, bulla to you too.
Yes, bull.
So we got people from Fiji. We got people from Australia, all over Australia. We got people in the UK and the US joining us. So thank you to all of you. And so we had a busy weekend with some of our business associates. Great to catch up with people in person and be a part of their videoing and filming for their business, getting themselves really set up to stand out in the marketplace. And of course, we got off a stream like literally an hour ago or 2 hours ago.
Maybe it was
2 hours ago, 5:30?
Quarter to six,
yeah.
Like that.
So just under 2 hours, got off a great stream this afternoon with some business associates from all over the world, from
dinner.
Portugal and New Zealand and other regions around Australia. So that was pretty exciting.
Yes.
Had a virtual dinner. And so we may have had some prawns and
you may have had some wine.
And some wine. And so it was a good afternoon. So here we are. And we've got a great topic. Nothing to fear but fear itself. So have we ever gone through life where you are fearful of fear? Well, we're here to tell you there is nothing to fear but fear itself. Right? So fear can hold you back. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about that, Lee. What do you want to open up the first line?
So what is the downside of living a fearless life?
Yeah, what is the downside? Imagine going through life, living life fearlessly. Mm-hmm. Like fearlessly. You had nothing to fear in your life. You could just go and, I love the word, make shit happen, right?
Yeah.
And
it's okay.
Oh, okay. And so of course what would that be like to you? Mm-hmm. But of course recklessness will result from fearlessness. only if reckless decisions are made. So we don't want to live a reckless life,
No.
right? You can't do things recklessly, because if you do that, you'll end up out the back door. So you've got to have some level of control over the fear. However, ignorance can play a part can play a part of fearlessness only in the following circumstances. What are some of those, Lee?
If we bury our head in the sand.
So you bury your head in the sand. So ignorance will play a part of fearlessness if you bury your head in the sand. What's the next one?
Ignore available information.
Yeah, so of course, if you ignore information that's been given to you or presented to you, and you just don't give it any credibility, of course, or you've got failed to know for ourselves. And of course, one of the things we always talk about is know for yourself. If somebody comes and tells you something, go and seek advice, go and seek your own opinion, right?
Yep.
Be your own counsel. Doesn't always have to be the way somebody shares something with you. If you're not 100% certain, go and know for yourself. That person could be completely 100% correct.
Yeah.
Well, they may not be, right?
But it's
know for yourself. It educates you. All right. So do we really have less chance for disaster if we live a fearless lifestyle? What do you think about that? Do we have less chance for disaster if we live a fearless lifestyle?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
Well, I think if you live a fearless lifestyle, you're always living, you're out there, you're living on the edge, right? You're taking risks, you're taking action, you're doing things.
Well, so you might
Take
have
action.
more chance of disaster then.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Well, that's what the question is. Do we have less chance of disaster if we live a fearless lifestyle? So do we suddenly become irresponsible in our decisions and our considerations of others if we adopt a fearless lifestyle?
Not always.
No, I agree. We don't always suddenly become recklessly irresponsible in our decisions and considerations of others. So, living a fearless lifestyle takes a certain choices and certain decisions. So isn't it likewise the same with failure and foolishness? So do we suddenly become irresponsible when we have failures and we look foolish, and then we make fools of ourselves and people think,
Well, we might.
why'd you do that?
We might, but if you're fearless, it doesn't matter.
So let's talk about it. It is possible to be fearless and also completely responsible to take wise, informed action.
Yes.
Now, often
Might still be risky.
Yeah, absolutely. Often in life, we have things that come up that we could be fearful of. We don't want to take that next step. We don't want to do that, make that next move in case something happens, right? So sometimes people are held back by fear as opposed to anything else. It's just the fear of the unknown. It's the fear of, but if I do that, how do I know it's going to pan out? How do I know it's going to work? Well, it may not. But it may as well. So what happens if you're hugely successful, right? You take a leap of faith and you create success and create results. Who knows? That could be amazing, right?
Yep.
All right. So to adopt a fearless attitude, and subsequently we lead a determined and fearless lifestyle. Now, is this the most direct means that we have to create the desired result? Is to just have a fearless attitude about things, and then it leads to a fearless lifestyle. Part of it?
Definitely part of it.
Well, it's got to be part of it, doesn't it?
You've got to take action and do all the other things too, but yeah. If you're fearful about what could potentially happen, then you're not going to create the results.
Yeah, Richard said, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I agree with that one. And of course, nothing changes if nothing changes, right? So if we're not prepared to go out on a limb and get outside our comfort zone, that's going to create uncertainty for people. And of course, that is about living a fearless lifestyle to some degree. So, of course, nothing to fear but fear itself. So, the burdened mind does not learn or expand easily. So, what does that mean?
So it means if you've got all this stress and stuff you're thinking about, you can't create success.
Yeah, because we just become burdened in our head, right? So we don't learn, we don't expand, it almost gives people a sense of overwhelmment.
Yes.
Right? So people become overwhelmed and they don't go on to achieve what they're looking to achieve. So in fear, the response is similar to how the physical body reacts to danger, right? So a lot of people, when they encounter fear, Lee, what do they encounter? What sort of things?
So constriction.
Constriction. So you feel like you're all closed in, you're constricted, you can't move, you don't want to make the next move in fear of failure or something, right?
Shrinking back.
Shrink back. So they don't stand in the limelight. They take a backward step. They go and hide behind other people. Or they decide, I'm not quite sure that I'm ready for that. So they just go back and don't do much.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? Withdrawing. Yeah. Well, it's very similar, right? So we can withdraw in our lives. We can withdraw from our loved ones. We can withdraw from family members. We can withdraw from people that we work with, right? What else?
Heightened sensitivity.
Absolutely. So in fear, we can have a heightened sensitivity, right? We can get really emotional. We can become easily upset over things, right? Or easily have an easily emotional reaction to things that maybe other times we wouldn't.
Defensive posture.
Yeah. So how we show up. With people are we being real or are we being defensive? And a lot of people can get really defensive when they're in a fear mode, right? And as we said, it's a bit like the body acting when it's in danger. All of these things are similar.
Tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision. What does that mean? Well, that means we've got blinkers on. We're just looking down the road and we're not seeing anything else around us. And sometimes that's not a good thing. We've just got tunnel vision, but we're not being considerate of others around us or their opinions or their feelings or what's going on outside of our tunnel vision. So we can predict, though, how effective and ineffective we are when we are controlled mentally by fear. All right. So when we know that these things are going on, we can predict, is this going to be effective or am I going to be ineffective? Now, have you ever been in a situation where you've been in fear and you've had physical body reactions?
Yes.
All right. Was that anything you want to share?
No.
Okay.
It was in my previous business when we held an event and it was on the way to the event and I knew it was not going to be good. And anyway, so I felt physically sick on the way there.
So your body had a physical reaction. You were that fearful of what was going on with the whole thing. Yeah, wow. All right. And I'm sure we all have had experiences in our life where we've been in a situation where our body reacts to a sense of fear that we don't want to do something or we're uncomfortable with something and we really know it. But a fearful life can be a lonely existence, right? So if we don't, a lot of times fear is manufactured. It's manufactured in our mind. And we've got to overcome those things by getting outside of our comfort zone.
Yeah.
Right? And if we're not prepared to get outside of our comfort zone and move forward, then fear can absolutely stifle us and hold us back.
Yeah.
Karen says, yes, I have. It is no good. My whole body was shaking and I couldn't even speak. Yeah, well, that's an amazing experience. I can relate to that, Karen, when I went up on stage in 2009 when I won an award. And I was fearful of just going up on stage in front of all the people.
Are you fearful of going on stage? Really?
Well, not anymore.
I wouldn't believe that.
But back then I was.
You might have just been in shock.
And I got up there and I couldn't speak. Literally couldn't speak. They gave me the microphone and I just literally could not speak. I was overcome with fear of all the people looking at me.
I think it was overcome with shock and like
emotion. Yeah, but it's fear as well. It's all of that, right? So there's certainly aspects of that, that's for sure. So to change this, how do we change feeling? How do we change the fear or feeling a sense of fear? What do we do? Lee? We've got to peel away the layers.
I don't know where we're up to.
Yeah, so to change this, we've got to peel away the layers, and what have we got to do then?
Replace them with healthy pathways for communication with the universe.
Yeah. So you've got to peel away those fearful layers and replace them with healthy pathways, right? Now, what are healthy pathways? Like what? Forgiveness, well, that's a great choice. You've got to be prepared to forgive others and forgive people. And what's another big one that we can do?
Gratitude.
Gratitude. Well, we can all live life in gratitude. We can give gratitude. We can be grateful for the life that we live, for the house we live in, for the car we drive, for the partner we have, for the hot water that comes out of your shower, for the electric toothbrush you use to brush your teeth. There is so much stuff in life that we can be grateful for and not take for granted, right?
Oh, Agatha's from Portugal.
Oh, Agatha's joined us all the way in Portugal. Thanks, Agatha.
Hey, Agatha.
All right. So, and of course, those are forgiveness and gratitude will certainly assist you in peeling back those layers and of course, opening up the opportunity to create something greater. Now, both of these things, that's gratitude and forgiveness, both of them will diminish the fear response, and it will create a clearer mind for yourself to make better decisions. Mm-hmm. Right? Sometimes when we're in a state of fear, we can be very overwhelmed and very overcome, and we can't really make great decisions. So certainly changing the way that we think in order to fill our life with more gratitude, great way to start and end our day. What are we grateful for? And forgiveness. You need to forgive yourself for things that you didn't get done and be prepared to forgive others. What else, Lee?
Your focus improves.
Yeah, so we create a clearer mind, right? So both these things help us create that clearer mind. And with the clearer mind, we can make those better decisions. And as you said, guess what? Your focus improves.
It does.
And it does. It gives you clarity, right?
And your self-worth and confidence also improves.
Yep. So you improve your self-worth and your confidence. Mm-hmm. So you grow in yourself and how you feel about yourself.
Yep.
And what else?
And creates positive energy.
Yeah. So, if you want to create more positive energy in your life, start with forgiving people that are around you, forgive yourself, and start and end your day with gratitude. What are you grateful for in life? And Karen says, I am very grateful for everything.
Awesome, Karen.
Awesome, Karen. And I know that Agatha's grateful that she's in Portugal.
Yes.
So
she doesn't want to come home.
All right. So a fearless life is supported by like-minded people. So if you want to live a fearless life, surround yourself with people who are fearless, right? Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think that the people in our business that we associate ourselves with are pretty fearless?
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Julie Murphy, hello to you. Julie just put a comment on. We didn't quite catch up. Let me see if I can go back to it. Julie said, hang on, Julie, it's jumped on me and I need to find your comment and it's jumped major. Now I don't know which way it's going.
The other way.
The other way. And
I can see your finger.
I've lost the comment.
You've lost all the comments.
No, I've still got the comments there. They're just right at the top and I've got to scroll all the way to the bottom. There we go. Try again. So Julie said, I tend to find if you do not forgive, you tend to be the one that doesn't move forward from that fear. And I totally agree with that, Julie. Absolutely. If we're not prepared to forgive others, then how can we move forward, right? In life, we all play a part in situations. Could be a bad relationship, could be a marriage, could be a workplace, could be a friendship. And if you're not prepared to forgive people from those situations, you can't move forward. And you've also got to forgive yourself for the role that you played in those situations. I'm grateful I'm in Portugal.
You just put the blue thing and it'll go right to the bottom.
Oh, does it? Okay. Michelle Collins said, I am ever so grateful to have found this beautiful community. Thanks, Michelle. Bernie says, love is forgiving. Love is forgiving.
Yes.
Lead with love. Kylie Fell says, I'm personal situations. It's not that in personal situations, probably it should be. It's not that easy. Well, like I said, it can be.
Some things won't be easy.
Some things won't be. That's absolutely right. And sometimes we've got to make those tough decisions and those tough choices, and we do have to forgive. We've got to be prepared to forgive and come from a place of love, and that's always, there's always a role that we play in situations, and we've got to be prepared to acknowledge what role did we play, what part did we play, and how do we forgive the other person and also forgive ourselves. And even in personal situations, even if it's a really bad situation, look at it and say, okay, what's good about it? So find the good in the situation and then ask yourself, what can I learn from it?
I was thinking, what's the saying?
So what's good about it and what can I learn from it? And even if you look in the negative situation for that, that positive, what's good about this? Is there a learning in it for me? What can I learn from it? Peggy says, I'm grateful every day for the life that we live. Excellent, Peggy. And Kylie said, well, what if it's one-sided? The situation, one-sided, but is it? Is that what we're seeing? And sometimes, you're right, it can be totally one-sided, but we've got to learn. And I've been in situations in my life, Kylie, where I've had to learn to forgive people for their doings from a distance. So it's a situation where I can distance myself from that person and I actually forgive them because they only know what they know, and they only show up in the way that they show up because they don't know any different. Yeah. Is that fair to say? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't know how to resolve situations or react in a certain way, or it may have been a situation of their upbringing, their way that they've developed as an individual, as a person. And sometimes we've got to learn to forgive them for them, right? I really forgive them for the fact that they don't know any better.
Yeah.
And that, they reacted in the way or did something in a way that, that's all they knew. So sometimes it can be very challenging. Laurie Armstrong says, grateful to know what I know. Brett Hudson said, so grateful that I got shafted from a job I hated. Now I can focus on my business 100%.
Woohoo.
Well, that's a good thing, of course, right?
Exciting.
So it sounds like you got some good news. Karen says, let's let it go and forgive them. And I've walked away from close people for myself. Absolutely. And you've got to, forgiveness is a big thing. All right, well, that is our topic. Well, there is a couple of points to finish off with, Lee, and that is, so in life, you want to unburden yourself. Mm-hmm. And what else?
Fear not.
Fear not. Don't be fearful of anything, all right? There is an outcome, and the outcome can be whatever you want it to be. So go strong, go hard, or go home, as they say.
Yep.
And live life, right? And don't let fear hold you back. I mean, there's so many acronyms around the word fear. False evidence appearing real, or F everything and run. So you could do that, or you can take the first option. False evidence appearing real. And it really isn't. I mean, fear is a manufacturer of our mind.
Yeah.
It's something that we manufacture in here, in our head, because it's the unknown. Mm-hmm. So don't be fearful, all right? And learn to overcome your fear. And fear not.
Exactly.
Fear not. All right, well, that is our topic for this week.
All right, and we're off to the boat show this weekend.
We are. We're off to the Sanctuary Cove boat show for the weekend. We got a couple of days there, staying up near the place, so we don't have to travel too far. It's a bit of a mission getting in and out of that place with the boat show on. The weather's not looking so friendly.
It'll change. It's all going to change.
It'll change. Kay says, I'm grateful to have you guys. Love and wisdom. I love starting my morning with you two. Super grateful.
We're
Thanks,
going to be
Kayla.
running away from you, Bruce.
Bruce is down the boat show.
Yeah,
that's right. He said he's going to be there on Sunday, wasn't he?
Yeah.
If you're there any other day, Bruce, let us know. Michelle Peel, lovely. Thanks, guys. Karen says, thank you. Awesome. And thank you for joining us. Thanks for joining us on the stream.
I've got a phone call coming through.
And love you all. And we'll see you next week on Loving Life Now.
All right, bye.